So in the most recent snapshot, there was a new change to the new scaffolding block, and now the scaffolding block can go out 6 blocks where before it only went out 4. So this is basically the biggest square you can make with just one pillar in the center. And another thing that I discovered is there's a way to kind of make like an updater. So I kind of made one here. So if we just take a piston and a lever and we just put it right here, basically when we push this, it will update this observer and the note blocks and the lamp will turn on. So basically how it works is that this scaffolding is attached to these two, so it's not attached to the ground yet. But once you put this on top of it, this observer will update because the scaffolding is like, now it's become part of the ground now, so it's kind of turning into a different block, sort of. And now the observer detects that change and activates everything on top. And another very interesting thing is that the scaffolding blocks is faster than... What was I going to say? Scaffolding blocks is faster than observer chains, so if we just do this. So that's if it has scaffolding. And now if we just do observer chain, you'll see the difference. It is a bit slower. It's half as slow, so we're just gonna go out this side and do a little comparison. So we have 4 on that side and 4 on this side. So I'm just gonna use lamps instead of note blocks, or it's gonna be really noisy. And now we can see which one goes to the end faster. And you can't really tell from this, but the scaffolding is slightly faster than the observers. So basically what I did is this giant contraption over here with a bunch of scaffolding under here in different kind of spiral-like patterns. And basically when you flick this lever, it does a really cool spiral-like pattern, and it's actually really easy to make. All you have to do is just make these little updater things wherever you want on the plane, and basically the input and the output is this little thing here, which is just an observer, a block, and a lamp. And basically what we have is the same thing happening over there with the note blocks, but only happens here, and all these just get updated in a chain, and it is faster than observers. So we just have a bunch of little segments getting updated, and basically if they touch each other, it could ruin the entire effect, and some bits won't go off. So that's why there's like a space in between all the lamps that are being turned on. But it makes a really cool effect because look at that. That's like an amazing spiral effect. And other things that I tried to make. Here's a prototype for an elevator with scaffolding blocks. And I tried riding in it, but it didn't work. So basically what we have here is just 2 pistons with blocks and a giant chain of scaffolding with some observers. So another thing that I have tried doing is if we just take one of these updater things and we go up, we can actually go up as much as we want actually. So if I just goes all the way up, and that's also really overpowered feature in my opinion. And we just put a bunch of observers here coming from the scaffolding, and we put lamps, and we flick the lever and the whole chain goes up, and it goes up really fast, one tick after another. It's actually really amazing how fast it goes. So what I've tried to do is I tried to make a direction sign kind of thing So if we just break that, basically what my idea was is if we just have 3 more of these, well, not 3, 2 more of these, you can kind of do like a direction sign, like one of those direction signs that go like upwards or sideways. You could do this with observers before, but it'd be slower. And now that there is scaffolding, if you make these kind of chains, it could be faster. So that's what we're going to try and do. I only tried with 1, but with 3 I haven't tried yet. And yes, they do make a lot of mess, I guess. So we just need 3 of these updaters. And some way of making the pistons go somehow. Might have to take away this first layer just so we can put the pistons in. So we just put 3 pistons. It's kind of hard with the scaffolding in the way because you kind of go through it. So 3 pistons. And now we can put little scaffolding bits here and just stack all the way up. To be honest, this feature is actually overpowered, in my opinion. That you can just like place it from the bottom and it just goes to the top. So if we just do this, like the horizontal one, you could do a vertical version. And you might be able to do more things. So if we take some redstone dust and power all these pistons at the same time, you'll just get a normal bar, and it is bigger than it should be because there's lamps and they're not blocks. So what I'm gonna try and do is we're gonna power the middle one first and then power the ones on the side after. So we'll just do something simple like this. Let's see what happens. We get I can't tell if that's upwards or downwards. It kind of alternates actually. Wait, hold up, what? Oh, I see why. Because this thing is getting butted. That is why it's updating. Okay, let me just break these now. There we go, now they can't update. So that's a downwards arrow. Now it's an upwards arrow. I still don't know why it's doing that. That is really weird. Why is it doing that? Hold up. That is really interesting with wait, what? That's a new feature. That is definitely a new feature because pistons could not do that before. Well, there's another change for pistons that I didn't know before, so I guess we have to put repeaters for all of them. So now we finally get like an upwards arrow. It's kind of derpy at the beginning, but we could do some other cool things. We could do 1, 2, and 3, and we get like a weird dash kind of thing. And the thing is, you could expand this for as long as you want too, so you can make some pretty cool patterns with the scaffolding. So yeah, that's basically all I discovered so far with the scaffolding. What I think would be really cool with this is somehow make a really fast door, because these are faster than observers. So I want to see what you guys come up with, see if you can make some really interesting doors and some other lamp things using the scaffolding blocks and observers. So I hope you enjoyed this video of just discovering how scaffolding can be used in Redstone and it's not completely useless. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.